another episode of the Councilmen. Today we'll be discussing about the Pixar movies with Albert, Calvin, and Arik. Yay!
Like here.
Sadly, the fourth Councilman could not join today by the name of Tagu as he is doing business in the toilet.
Forfeiting.
Good enough.
Forfeiting.
Yep, and let's start the show. Albert, take it away. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Kelvin, for the awesome introduction. And as Kelvin have said, we have a somewhat good panelist today. To start off, I'm going to introduce Arik, Andrea, the council member who have a crush on Mike Wazowski.
What?
We have Mike Wazowski.
Who's Mike Wazowski? Oh, I lost track. I remember. I only saw Kelvin doing this to a polar bear, and that's it.
You know, Paul, this no.
Okay,
Nemo.
good start so far. We are very professional, guys.
All right, Albert, take it away. The first question of the day.
Wait, I haven't finished introducing everyone.
Okay.
Oh, sumimasen.
Okay, Kelvin.
Gomez
Here
ni.
yourself, Kelvin Johannes, the council member who cries every time Bing Bong dies.
No, what?
Who's Bing? Oh, I know. Never mind.
Oh, Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Yup, and last but not least, unable to join us today, but he is here with us in spirit. He's the council member who thinks Cars 2 is the best Pixar movie. It's Tagu Santoso. He's
In
still
spirit,
like
is he dead?
not
Disclaimer,
dead.
he's not dead. He's not dead. Disclaimer, he's not dead.
Disclaimer: he's not dead.
Alright,
He's not
He's
dead.
shooting.
in today's show, we'll be talking about several stuff, mostly Pixar related. This, as you know, it's released before Incredibles 2, so everything that's mentioned about Incredibles in here will be purely speculation. We will be discussing a bit about the Incredibles, the first one, and then we're going to have our expectations for Incredibles 2. And then after that, we're going to go to the main topic, which we'll be talking about the Pixar sequels, which work, which don't, and which one do we think have the best potential to become a future sequel. So with that, I'll give the first question here to Kelvin first. Kelvin, how many times have you seen the first Incredibles? And name one thing that you love about the movie.
Honey, where's my super suit?
What?
One.
Okay.
From the first Incredibles, what I like about the first Incredibles, at first, it's like I like how they show how the family is hiding their powers. it creates some funny moments, I would say.
I agree.
With the kid and Bob. That's really funny. The one in front of the driveway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the kids are no, that was really funny. I like that part. And then also I don't know why the villain, I forgot her name, the one with the long white hair. When I was younger, I found her hot.
Oh, the
I think-
assistant.
Yeah, the assistant.
Yeah, the
her.
assistant. Yeah. When I was younger, I found her hot. I don't know why.
What's her
I
name?
think everyone did. Kelvin. I think everyone did.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Um,
I did too.
Good job. Yeah.
Well,
So it's really nice to look at her. It's really nice to look at her.
uh-huh.
And then also I find the last battle when there is Frozone and the whole Incredibles family fighting that Omnidroid. Yeah, that was really cool. Especially when the part when Bob is like saving Violet and Dash from the thing. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, he's strong.
You don't realize.
Yeah, but like, I don't know why I found Frozen the coolest. If only he have more screen time.
Yeah. By the way, the assistant's name is Mirage. I just fact
Oh,
checked
that's
this.
her name. You
Mhm.
checked it.
That-
That's her name.
I never actually know her name until now.
Do you
Was it even
remember the
mentioned?
last time you watched this movie, Kelvin?
This The Incredibles.
Yep.
Probably 8 years ago.
Wow. Interesting. That is the last time. That is the last time Arik has a decent sleep. So with that, Arik,
Hmm.
how many
What?
times have you seen Incredibles? I did a horrible transition there. How many times have you seen Incredibles? And name one thing that you love about the movie.
How many times I've seen it? Let
If
me.
you can remember, honestly.
How many
So
times I've seen it?
I
It's
think
probably like only 4 times.
I've seen it a lot actually. I mean, when it was like first released, but in terms of last time I watched it, was a really long time ago. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. What do I like about Incredibles? I
Yeah.
guess
What's your favorite thing about the movie?
hmm, hard to pinpoint.
I
I
can
don't know.
go
Like
first if you have time to
it's
think.
hard to pinpoint something that stands out from it. Like I guess no. I guess
It's
I
just
just
like
like the
overall
idea of
good.
them. It's overall good, yeah. But I think if I have to pick, I guess it's the overall idea of the superhero. Like it's a family. It's not like a team, not like the Justice League or something. It's an actual family. Not the Fast Furious. We are family or whatever bullshit. We're not family. No, it's like an actual family, like legit, like an actual family. So that's actually quite cool. Like they did that. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, and I guess the superheroes were kind of what do you call it? Like kind of quite creative. I guess the powers, except for Bob, he's just strong. But other than that, yeah,
Well,
Um,
yeah. That's
it's basically
I'll
like
just follow up.
it's an assemble movie. Yeah, technically, I think that's why I liked it.
Yeah, and honestly, as you're talking about Bob's super strength, when I was younger, I find Bob and Dash like the most awesome, and I
I found Dash the
probably
most awesome.
between you guys, I watch it the most recent. I watch it on April, I think, with my Disney Club, and I realized how badass Elastigirl is. I never realized it until then. She's super badass.
Oh, I think Albert is just like she's thick.
just
No, no,
stick.
no, no, not
Elastic.
that.
Elastic.
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 Okay.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't remember how many times I've seen the movie. I know I've seen it more than 5 times. But yeah, since I've
Um.
seen it in April, it's very fresh. And my favorite thing, like Arik have said and Calvin have said, is the family dynamic. It's really cool seeing like
Yeah.
the relationship between Bob and Helen, the husband and wife relationship, and the father and the mess being parents to Dash and Violet and Jack. And also
Yeah.
enjoy the chaos between them and the children, like in the dining table.
Oh
Remember,
yeah.
they're fighting all the time. I
Yeah.
love
The point
it.
is,
It's so much
yeah,
fun.
the point of the movie, it's supposed to be like relatable, like it's a family movie about a
Yeah.
family.
It shows like, oh, they're just like real family with like siblings fighting and like,
With
whoa, work
superpowers.
problems.
Yeah.
Wow. Have to
And
do
so,
chores, vacuuming. Whoa.
yeah,
Oh.
dude, I never realized how enjoyable the montage is when like Helen is like vacuuming while Bob is like working out and stuff. That's really enjoy. That's actually a very like fun montage.
Yeah, it's like
True.
them trying to
True.
fit into a
True.
family lifestyle kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Um.
And also yeah, as when I was younger, I just enjoy it for like how fun the movie is and the spectacle and super because they're superhero for God's sake. And I always remember the scene where Dash is running in the forest. When I watch it at home whenever
Ah.
it's on TV, I always try to imitate and I run around the room, even though I'm not as fast. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's always when I was younger, it's fun. But now as I'm older, I'm
It's even
somehow
funner.
consciously realize without even trying how strong the family dynamic is and how like the adult themes are over there. It's like so obvious. So it's like enjoyable for all age. So it's really a great feat for the movie.
Right. I like when I was younger. I like Flash the most. Dash the most, not Flash. Dash
Flash.
the
Yeah.
most.
Flash.
It's like yeah, like you said that forest scene when like he didn't know
Running
he
around.
can run on water.
Yeah, that's
How
the
do you
best
run on
part.
Yeah,
water? That's
And
yeah.
it's
the best
That
loud.
part.
when he was like running, oh no, water, and I'm like, he runs through it. It's like,
And it's so funny.
whoa!
I love the laugh when he's running. When he realizes
Yeah,
he
and
can
then
run.
like, uh, yeah, that part I was like, whoa, goddamn. And then like I also played the game in the Game Boy Advance, so it's like immersive. I feel like Dash. Yeah,
That's cool. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. So we all obviously enjoy the first Incredibles movie, but the main question is, what are your expectations for the second one? I want to hear it first with Arik this time. Arik, what are your expectations for Incredibles 2?
To be better than the first one. Yeah, what?
Okay, that's it.
Do I have to do I have to discuss
All
this
right,
in
let's
depth?
move on to Calvin.
Do I have to discuss it in depth?
I mean, if you want to, if that's all you want to say, it's fine.
Let Kelvin discuss in depth. I mean, I'm pretty sure he wants it to be. I don't know. Do you want it to be better than the first movie or
I
worse?
think I think all of us want to be
Either
better than
make
first.
it like better than the first movie or as good as the first movie.
At least,
What makes Incredible work is the family dynamic,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So Incredibles 2 need to have that family dynamic too. Yeah, they cannot be like yeah, they have to make it a family movie, not a superhero movie.
I
That's how
think
I see
based
it
on
at
the
least.
trailer, they will. Based on what
Huh?
we've seen, hopefully.
Yeah,
Based on the trailer that
based
we've
on the
seen that
trailer.
has been shown, it looks like it, but who
I didn't
knows?
see any trailer. I only see the first
Fair, fair
teaser.
enough.
So I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I only see the
Yeah,
first teaser.
based on the trailer,
And then
it's a family-esque thing.
It's
I'm
like a
guessing
family comedy.
Jack will be like the main focus of the story, being the strongest one, I would say.
He'll be
Still a
like he'll be
baby,
the
man.
wild card, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean like we're in the first Incredibles, like at the end, that's when we know Jack have powers.
That's
Following
true.
movie tropes, most likely, what's the name? Jack will be like apparently like, oh no, he's the strongest one. Following movie tropes at least. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's my
Yeah,
assumptions.
yeah.
But what's
Well, for
important is the
me,
family.
yeah, yeah. For me, it's been, believe it or not, it's been 15 years since the first Incredibles come out. That has been a long time. 15 years, man. That's more than half
Is
my
it?
life.
Okay.
It was out in
Am I
2000,
supposed to be impressed by that?
2003 or 2004. It's 15 years, I think. But yeah,
2004.
2004. Okay, so around
2004. 2004.
yeah,
It's 14 years.
14
Okay.
years. So
Ha.
yeah,
Do the
they
math, bro.
they say well, yeah, but basically they say that it took so long because Brad Bird, the director, have been wanting to get the right story. So hopefully this is the right story and the story will be interesting. But aside from the story, based on what we've seen, once again, the animation looks much better. Of course, with how technology grows, the animation must look better. I'm still not used to the animation because it looks so different. Honestly, even from the hair and the costume, it looks so much smoother. But I don't know. It looks better, but for me, it doesn't feel incredible. So yeah,
Fun. Fun. Fun.
but
Get
hopefully
out
there.
of here.
Yeah,
Can we
okay.
have a
But
fun counter?
hopefully there's a lot more family comedy that ensues with the chaos, and hopefully there is more Edna mode. I love that character.
Oh, Edna. Yeah,
No
yeah.
cake.
No capes.
Anik,
No cakes.
have you thought of the stuff that I asked you earlier? Do you know in specifics or
Why did you ask me anything?
Oh,
because you already
yeah,
did?
why did you ask him anything?
Oh,
Lol.
I already did go to you before.
oh, did
All
you?
right. Oh yeah, he only said about family dynamic. Let's see here.
I mean, it's fine. I guess well. Let's just hope for the best. We already mentioned all those kind of stuff.
I
Hopefully,
mean, yeah.
that is what
About what you said about the director, but he said that he wants to get the story right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry about that. He said that, like, if I'm mistaken, what he actually said was he doesn't want to make a sequel unless he can find a story that is as good as or better
That's true. Yes,
than
he
the
said that.
first. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. So that's kind of like my expectations too. I just hope it's better. I
Yeah.
just hope it will give that sense of nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because obviously
no,
it's
like
we've waited for this a lot longer than we've waited Infinity War.
actually
So that's
the
true.
the like the sequel of the first Incredibles come out in the form of a PS2 game.
I played
Really,
that
they have the
game.
story.
I
I
played
played
that
that
game,
game
not the
too.
minor one, right?
Yeah,
I
the other
didn't.
minor
I
one.
didn't.
Yeah, the
My
sequel
my
comes in
brother
the form
doesn't
of a game.
my brother doesn't let me play video games at that time, so I don't know.
So
Here's the
yeah,
thing. Like because of what you guys say about the director thing, so I'm very sure that like they didn't make this Incredibles 2, just for like money milking kind of thing. So
They're
that's
doing
good
it
at least.
on, like, yeah, they're trying
yeah.
their best.
I
Yeah.
really hope it's something very worth it, like a very great story to tell.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want to. I don't want to finish saying I've waited 14 years for this shit. I don't want to do that.
The thing is
I hope
like
it doesn't come to
I
that.
mean like I kind of waited for like I kind of like been waiting for Incredibles, but like I'm very sure now in 2000 like 12, 13, 14, I already completely forgot about the Incredibles until like
Yeah. Me
the
too.
That's
yeah.
true. That's
It's
true.
been so
I did.
long.
There's
I'm
been
not
so
going to
many
say that I
movies that
waited 14 years for it because I don't. I'm not waiting for it at all.
We just forgot.
Yeah, I forgot all about it. And like, oh right, The Incredibles. Oh yeah, I want to watch that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that existed.
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
completely forget about it.
yeah. We all basically wish the same thing, better story. I think this will be more comedic, because yeah,
I hope it's
Jack.
not full blown comedy though.
I feel like it's going to be funnier. I don't think it's going to be full comedy. I think it's going to be funnier.
Yeah.
Well,
As long as it's not
correct that
full
up and
blown
over again.
comedy and then like
Yeah.
ruins all the like the emotion stuff, I'm okay
I
with
mean, it's
that.
Pixar. They'll have emotional stuff. Unless the movie is called Cars 2, it will have emotional stuff.
Cards
What is
too.
that movie? Why are you talking about a movie that's never made?
I'm sorry, we
They
Wait, hang
forgot
jump.
on.
to
I
agreed
don't
on
know
that.
why they jump from 1 to 3 directly.
One, two,
Well,
three.
yeah,
You
that's
see,
that's
one.
that's, that's the odd
You
thing
just
about
said it.
Cars.
1, 2, 3.
On the three. Yeah,
One
but
till
I
One,
just wanna
two, three.
I just wanna say one more thing real quick. Did you know that it's been, because I've been following some of the news, Incredibles 2, they say that they're going to reveal more like people coming out as heroes now, since the Incredibles family have been like,
Oh,
they're now
that's
well known in
cool.
public, right? Lots of more heroes will start to pop up, and one hero in particular that stands out to me, I forget his name, but it's like a very old dude that have like acid spit or something. But the reason he
Acid
has
tits?
that is because he have acid, huh?
Acid tits?
Acid
What?
spit,
Pet,
spit.
pet.
Oh, spit. Acid tits. What?
But they say,
Okay.
Dude, an old man even like a flappy ass.
no,
I
stop it.
forgot to mention this is supposed to be a kid friendly. This is supposed to be family friendly, but we completely
Calvin,
forgot
stop it.
about that.
Okay. The acid spit, as they say, the reason is because he have acid reflux all the time. Like he's a very ill old man, and that's how he got the superpowers. So that's a
Okay.
very creative way to do that.
Is he is he
Okay.
gonna is he gonna die like in Deadpool or no? Okay.
I don't
Dude,
know.
shh.
Oh,
Spoiler
spoiler!
alert!
Oh,
Spoiler alert!
spoiler. Uh,
Moving on.
Thanos died in
You
Deadpool 2.
just want to add anything else to your expectations for Incredibles?
I'm good.
I just want it to be better. That's it. I can't really put much.
I don't think
I can't
anyone
put my
wished it to
finger on
suck.
it. I can't put my finger on it. It's just it's just there.
It's
Yeah,
here.
we don't know. We still don't know who the villain is or whatever. But yeah, let's just hope it's gonna
There's
be
no
fun. It's gonna
speculations. That's why. There's no
so yeah.
speculations for me. I was like, I don't know.
Syndrome Junior. That's the villain.
What?
Syndrome Junior.
Syndrome
Oh
Junior.
god.
He had a
I don't
child.
think it's,
He had a child with Mirage, and then all of a sudden, wow.
yeah,
It's
alright,
Jack
let's
That's
Jack
impossible.
Black
The movie, the movie took place only like not long after the first one, not like 14 years exactly.
that's true, that's
Ah,
true.
I see.
Did they use the same baby for Jack?
Okay,
Yeah, I
alright,
mean,
let's
like, look at the Simpsons. They stay. I don't know how old they're for how long, for like 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
Moving on.
okay, before we get too much carried away, let's go on to our main topic of the show, which is about Pixar sequels. As we all know, Pixar have done some original stuff and they have done some sequels. Some of them are really good, some of them are
Are
pretty
really
trash,
good.
and
Are-
maybe to the point of non-existent. And I'll just start it out here. I want you guys to say your favorite Pixar sequel and you think is the worst Pixar sequel. To me, my favorite Pixar sequel is Toy Story 2. I will even say I think that's the best Pixar movie ever, so far at least, the best one. It's not my favorite, but it's the best one. And the worst one is definitely the non-existent Cars 2. Calvin, I'll go to you.
How do you know? How do you know
And
how do you know the title if it doesn't exist?
Yeah,
So
Bert.
smart.
How do you explain that?
Huh. So omnipotent.
it's called something called Google.
Oh.
I'm actually. I'm googling. Wait.
Okay,
My
Alex, do you have
favorite.
the answer to that question ready while we wait for Calvin's
best
googling?
best sequel and what? Best sequel and worst?
Worst.
Best Pixar
I think
sequel.
everyone had the same answer as you.
You think so?
Yeah, I have to say,
Oh, maybe
Calvin's
you
right.
like Toy Story 3 better.
I have no. Calvin's right. I do agree with Albert. I do prefer. I do like Toy Story 2 better. Like I remember watching the first one. No, I remember watching the second one, and then I watched the first one. I don't know why they show it like that in the TV in the channel. They show the second and then the first.
That's
they're
odd.
weird.
That's
Yeah, that's
odd.
odd.
I
Yeah.
actually I watched the first movie only like halfway. As in like I start from halfway till end, and then like I read like a book for Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Then I watched the movie for Toy Story 3. Then I go back to watch Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2. Yeah.
So you hear that, folks? That is definitely not the way for you to enjoy Toy Story trilogy, but that is one way that you could do it, but not the most recommended way. Yeah, I guess.
Not that
But
way.
yeah, I agree. Toy Story is the best. It's the best sequels from
Yeah.
Pixar.
So,
Definitely.
yeah. Toy Story 2.
Like
Yeah.
two,
Definitely.
like not just the second Toy Story. The third one is also amazing.
I like the
Yeah.
third one, but it's not like I still prefer the
One of
second
the
third
one.
best
one,
trilogies of all time.
Yeah, exactly. All of them are rated really high too.
I think I've asked this to you guys before, but just in case anyone else in the viewer want to hear this, do you guys know what the lowest of the three in Rotten Tomatoes are? How many percent? The lowest of the three?
98.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't remember. Like
It's
90
98.
something.
That's true. Calvin that said it. 98 is the lowest one, and that's Toy Story 3.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Toy Story.
exactly.
Really? It says
That
right
is-
here as 100%. What? Hang on.
One of them are 100. 98 is the lowest. That's insane.
Yeah.
Just Toy
So it's
Story
like if
3
Toy
is
Story 4
100%.
can continue that trend, wow.
Yeah,
I don't even know what else they're going to say.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What's
But
it called?
I agree with the worst movie, Toy Story 2. I haven't
Toy Story
actually
2 worse?
watched Toy Story 2. I just like heard from people it's so bad. That's why I don't even bother trying to watch it.
You just said Toy Story 2 is so bad.
Cars.
Yeah. Toy
I
Story
mean
2.
Cars.
Yeah, wait, what? You want to get punched in the face, Kelvin? I'll go to AP right now.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Yes,
you?
come here. Come to Japan now.
Oh, I'll punch you through your screen, Kelvin. Get ready.
By the way, guys, I think we can all agree that both Cars movie 2 and 3 are mainly done for the cash grab because they sell so much in toys and
I
games
haven't-
and stuff for
I'm
Cars
watching
2
the
and
third
3.
The only reason they make Cars movies is for the merchandise. I mean,
Yeah.
the first one, it's good. Sells lots of merchandise. Then they make the second one literally for money milking purposes.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, aside with ignoring Cars, the only other sequels, if I'm not missing it, is Monsters University and Finding Dory. Which one
That's a
do you think?
prequel.
Both of, well, yeah, you get my idea. It's released after based on the franchise. Which one do
I
you think
would
is like?
say,
Do you think both of them are necessary for Pixar, or do you think they're like, oh, let's just do this for the fun of it?
to me, they do Monster University as in just for like kind of half cash grab kind of thing. Half they actually want to do it. Just like
Mhm.
I mean,
yeah,
because
because like
the idea behind Monsters University is a bit more interesting. It's a prequel. It shows you before they got the job in Monsters Inc. They
yeah,
did that.
yeah, I find that a bit interesting, but
Yeah,
the way they execute it is just kind of like
they could
not
have done
that good.
better. They could have
Could
done
have
better.
been could have been
Yeah,
better, yeah, exactly. And then if
yeah.
Finding Dory is just like they just want some
Repetitive.
money, I guess. Nobody asked for a Dory.
Alan,
Yeah.
Alan asked for it. Like how many years
Are
until
we
it was?
Ellen? Are we Ellen? No,
Yeah,
I
No,
don't care.
but have you seen the Alan show when she keep on demanding for Finding Dory throughout her show? Almost every
I
single
never
show,
watch
she keep on
Ellen.
mentioning like, "Oh,
yeah, I
where
don't
is
know challenge.
I don't watch Ellen, so I don't know. I only
Oh,
heard her
yeah,
last time was about the
I
yodeling
watch clips
kid.
of Alan on YouTube, and she always like mentioned, "Oh yeah, we have a How to Train Your Dragon sequel and Toy Story 3 and all these other sequels." And the question
Wait,
is, where
How to Train Your
finding?
Dragon is Pixar?
No, it's not.
Huh?
What?
But
It's
it was
DreamWorks.
released around the same time as Toy Story 3. So yeah, that's why I mentioned it in the same way.
Oh, oh,
Wait,
How
How
to
to
Train Your
Train Your
Dragon is
Dragon is
DreamWorks.
Pixar?
It's DreamWorks. It's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
It's not Pixar. It's
Oh,
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, I
basically,
agree with. Sorry, what?
what? Go on, go on.
Yeah, I agree with Calvin. Monsters and Arek too. Monsters University. The concept is very interesting. I think the movie was well, but it's not the best. I think
Mhm.
Monsters Inc. is still a better movie, but the Monster University, the concept is very, and it's a very cool, and I would say it's one of the best depiction of a college. Well, maybe more like American college. It's a very
You should
good
know.
depiction of
You should
girls and
know.
everything like that.
You should
Yeah,
know,
it's a
Albert.
very good depiction. It's a very good depiction of it. But yeah, Finding Dory is more like it's very. I don't think it's necessary. It doesn't add anything much to the world of the sea of the Finding Nemo universe.
It's just the same thing, different day kind of thing. Well,
Aside that we know that squids, octopus can drive a truck. So
mhm.
yeah,
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Finding Dory, I'm okay with it until the last act.
I agree.
Which
I agree so
one?
much when
It's
they're
like,
driving out.
dude,
Oh yeah.
you're a fucking fish.
Oh,
Excuse my words, but you're a fish and an octopus. The fuck? What is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
happening there?
I know. I
Yeah,
agree with you. I
like in
the movie
Finding
until then.
Nemo, there's like they still try to make it immersive or kind of like fairly realistic. You know, like it's like about fish do this, fish do that, turtles live up to 100 years.
Exactly.
And now in this one, they're
And
just
then
like
it's
a
like,
fuck realism, fuck immersion. Just
and then just like, think about, but you need to censor a lot of stuff. And then here's the
How much,
thing.
man?
Here's the thing. There's like so many who's the father? Marlin,
Marlin,
yeah.
yeah.
right? Yeah. Like think like Dory. Think like Dory. He jumps out. Imagine if that thing turns off, the fountain thing. He's dead.
It's
Like
it's
what?
luck.
What are you thinking? My goodness, don't think like Dory. You'll die thinking like Dory.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. The third act was very cartoonish. It had a very emotional start. Throughout the movie, actually, very emotional. But the third act just go off the rails, literally.
Like I was
Go off
okay
the
with
rails,
it.
literally to the sea.
Yeah, I was like, why? Why can't it just like happen around the sea or something? You know?
Just
Why
to
does it
see
need to be
what.
like Michael Bay esque suddenly?
The animation's really beautiful, though. The sea animation and everything is really good animation.
Yeah,
But
of course, dude. They live in the sea.
Yeah.
Of course, they focus on it.
that's true. Yeah, but still sticking in the theme of sequels, do you think Pixar as a studio should stick with just making original? Because like we've been talking about it, apparently, like it seems like the one that we enjoy the most are like the Toy Story this Toy Story saga. Like you guys mentioned Monster University. Okay, it's fine. Finding Dory, it's fine. Cars, let's not talk about that at all. There's no other sequels, I believe. Those are it. So do you
Yeah,
think
Cars one.
yeah, so do you think Pixar should have just stick with original stories? Like they just like how they make Coco is it's a real beautiful story. Or should they try to continue making sequels? I wanna hear it from Arik first. Let's hear it.
Let's see here. We know that they made okay. So from what we discussed is that they made they had several sequels. One works extremely well. One was it's okay. Another one is also fairly not is fair. It's repetitive, but okay. I mean, Finding Dory is not a terrible movie. And then wait, did Cars had a sequel? I don't think it did. It did. Never mind. Sorry, it's only three, right? Not four. It's only Toy Story. Yeah.
This is going to be a running gag throughout the show. Cars 2
Yes.
non-existent.
The Cars don't exist. Okay, so
It's a
the
running
thing
gag
is,
around
in
the
terms
world.
of
It's
like,
a running gag worldwide, Albert.
so point is the sequel success to failure to like not failure. I won't say failure. I mean, Finding Dory is not that much of a failure, but in terms of like success and like regular ratio, it's not that great, isn't it? It's not really good. It's not really that great. Like yeah, like the other sequels are like, one is really good, but that's it.
No,
So so really like I'm not sure, but in my opinion, I think they should just stick to original because Coco that will, in my opinion, Coco will not work as a sequel, especially on how it ends and all that. But
It won't.
but as a like solo movie, that was really nice. That was really well made. And I like that. So yeah, I think I would prefer the sticking to solo movies rather than sequel, unless it's a Toy Story.
So you're fine with Toy
I
Story 4?
I'm fine with Toy Story 4. I mean, they did one, two, three well.
Okay. All right, Kelvin, what about you?
I would say do more originals, but don't take out sequels like out
Yeah, don't.
completely.
That's what I said.
Like
Don't completely
yeah,
stop. They
yeah, sure, make sequels, but the thing is, like when
put your mind into
usually
it. Don't just
the
cash
thing is,
grab.
yeah, the thing is, usually sequels are made for cash grab. Sometimes they don't really have a solid story for it, and they just do it for the soul of like money.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, yeah, like the non-existent movie, and then and also like my theory, like I would say, sequels don't usually get higher ratings than the original. It's because like uh when we see the original, it's like, whoa, what is this? Something new. Everything is like fresh and everything, right? And when you see the sequel, it's like they have to make a movie from what's already established. So and then like when you see it again, it's kind of like, okay, you just want to see the character. You're not like blown away by anything, kind of thing. And then
Mhm.
like sequels really rely on the plot, and the plot is bad. It's bad. That's my theory at least. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
like with originals, that's why like I say make more originals because you need to wow people to make them watch it, basically. Just like Coco. Whoever thought they would make a Mexican movie?
Yeah, that's true. Coco is such a beautiful movie, very different. It's
Un
I think it's
pocolito! A mi amor,
Ikaw,
a mi amor!
honestly I feel
Un
like Coco is
pocotitito!
very Disney than Pixar.
get out, Calvin.
You realize that too? Coco feels very Disney instead of Pixar, even though they're the same, but like musical and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh wait, no. I thought the animation looked similar to the Disney's one instead. Like
mhm.
I don't like the Moana or something.
Oh,
Yeah, they look
funny
similar.
thing. I
Yeah.
watch we watch Coco when I watch it. Coco is about Mexican culture, but everything most of everything is in English. Well, I watch it with a like Chinese subtitle. Mr. Worldwide.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Watching a Mexican movie and with English English
And Chinese
audio and
subtitle.
Chinese subs.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
What do you even need the Chinese subtitle though? I'm confused.
It comes with the thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
It
I've
was
not. I tried removing it. Didn't work.
Yeah.
So I have no choice.
To add on to what you guys said, make sequels that are like absolutely necessary. Like the Toy Story sequel, I say they expand the lore of the, like it's a development for all the characters. Like Andy's growing up. Toy Story 3 is about growing up literally, and about facing the truth that eventually all our toys like this one is probably gonna be left behind. Hope, I don't know, like the BB-8 on Calvin's screen right there. Calvin, go show it again. The BB-8. But yeah, they have different themes and they explore like the world to expand. Toy Story 2 is about separation and also about growing up, and that montage. You remember the montage with Jessie and Emily, I believe, her owner. That's a very emotional montage. But yeah, Cars 2 and 3 definitely not necessary at all.
No, the
And
thing
honestly,
about Cars 3 is
sorry,
that
yeah?
they touch on the same matter as the Cars 1.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
similar.
basically, yeah, very similar. That's why it's not as good, even though, like, I like the premise of, like, oh, Lightning McQueen is, like, fading to, yeah, he's stepping down, being, like, the coach, like Doc. I found that, like, pretty cool. It's just, like, yeah, they just kind of, like, recycle the same thing as the Cars 1. They just follow what works. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I just want to say, if you guys ask me the same question, should they stick with original or sequel? If you ask me this in 2016, I will probably say go with sequels, because their track record at that point, well, actually no, I wouldn't say go with sequels. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I would say go with sequels, because the track record at that point, since
Change your mind in the past.
2010, they have released this following movie, and I would say the only good one is Inside Out. They have released Cars 2, Brave, Monsters University, Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, and Finding Dory. Those movies are not the best, only Inside Out's the good one. So yeah, those, like Brave, I would say Brave and Good Dinosaur is real forgettable. It's real boring. Brave is an
It's
okay
forgettable.
movie.
I haven't
Cars
watched
2
Brave.
Cars 2 is non-existent. But yeah, just saying.
I haven't
But yeah,
watched Brave.
what's a beeping noise? There's some kind of
Ah.
beeping noise.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I need it open, but, like, I don't know how to mute it.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, still sticking with
I
sequels.
muted.
So we're still sticking with sequels. We've mentioned like the current movies with sequels, but since in a theme also of Incredibles 2, potential sequels, which of these? I mean, Pixar. We all know about the Pixar theory, right? We're not gonna go in depth into the Pixar theory. If you guys don't know, it's basically there's a theory here online,
Is it
which is like
they're
all
all
the Pixar movies
related?
are connected all together.
Yeah.
What?
Is it
It's the one that
they're
all of
related?
them are connected.
Yeah, all of them
that
are
is the
connected
theory?
somehow.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into depth into it, but what we will talk about is which Pixar movie do you think, or which Pixar like franchise do you think deserves a sequel or a prequel? Which do you have any ideas in mind right now? Do you guys have any ideas in mind, or do you want to put it off?
I may have an idea, but I'm not so sure. Like, it's hard to explain.
I'll start it. I'll start it off actually.
Wait, do we have to pitch the idea?
If you want to, if you have a very good
If you
concept,
can.
I'll start it off. Okay, Monsters Inc. is a really good movie, and I watched it as a child. And when Monsters University came out, I'm like, okay, I didn't think I asked for this. I don't really want the prequel, but it was still good. But what I really want is a Monster Inc. sequel, because if you remember the end of Monsters Inc.
Okay.
Literally, I'm going to explain
It's a
the
happy
ending.
ending.
They got the door. Sally got the door. After they leave Boo, after they shred the door, they leave Boo. Mike Wazowski creates back the door, and Sally do the final piece. He opens the door, he looks in, and he says, "Boo," and Boo replied, "Kitty." And Sally have the biggest smile ever we see throughout the film. I really want to know what happens next. I have this theory in my head that the time in the human world and the time in the monster world is very different. So Boo is like grown up when Sally opened it. That's why Sally's like real happy to see, oh my god, Boo is grown up. I don't know, but that's like a concept in my head that I have, and I really want to see that sequel. Like ever since I watched it, I always wonder, oh, what actually happened? It's such a cute moment, and just imagine the potential of like exploring a relationship of Boo, who's been all this time like been searching for Sally possibly, and now finally she sees her again, and she's like now sort of like older, while Sally seeing her like in this state. It will be very. It's like an interesting concept that they could play on.
Oh yeah,
Agree?
about that actually, I just remembered. Not that I heard. I saw like some kind of post, I guess, on Instagram. I'm not so sure where. Like somebody said, "Oh, what if what is it? What if he returns and he finds out that that Boo, she's all grown up. She has a child of her own, and what he's actually meeting is like her children instead." Like somebody had that idea. I was like, interesting, very very interesting. I don't know how it works, but interesting nonetheless.
No,
Oh, did
I
that
wouldn't even mind if they do the perspective from Boo's perspective, who's been like
that would
trying
be
to search
interesting.
for
That would
Sally
be
this
interesting
time.
too. Actually, I mean, it's a human perspective, not the monster.
Yeah, and she's like been searching for Sally and trying to realize, is this just her imagination as a kid or is it actually real? That's like a really cool concept. And at the ending of the movie
Yeah,
is when Sally opens the door, like that's cool.
I don't
Okay,
remember anything about monster
you guys have any,
things
you guys
from
have any
just now.
ideas?
It's just like monster
What
saying,
prequel?
No, I forgot the ending
I
completely,
just
Oh,
so I
described
don't know what you guys are talking about.
I just
okay,
described the
okay.
ending, Calvin.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can't imagine it at all in my head. I
Oh, I'm not
tried.
good. I'm not good
It
enough
did
at impersonating Boo and Sully for you.
no.
Okay, but yeah, Calvin, do you have any? What movies do you want to see a sequel for in Pixar or prequel?
I um
Sorry about that.
I mean like I kind of want Up, and not Up, Wally.
Okay, that's better.
Wally.
Ah,
I was confusing.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna choose
I
Wally.
was looking at
Oh,
Up while I was thinking of Wally. uh, yeah, I kind of want Wally to have a sequel, cause like I don't know, it's
I was
like
gonna choose Wally. Oh, I was gonna choose Wally.
what was the ending of Wally?
They basically
He
go back
returned
to
to
Earth
Earth.
Right?
and they plant some stuff. They
They
start
returned
planting.
to Earth,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
plant
kind of
and Earth is recovering.
like Wally 2 could be like something about like yeah, like how the society is like
I guess
Yeah,
developing
trying to
again.
survive on Earth.
I
such a
guess.
such an intricate topic for little kids society. We live in a
Yeah,
society.
exactly. Yeah, we live in a society.
We
No,
live in a society.
yeah. So I kind of want to see that, and then
I also wouldn't mind seeing the love story grow between Eve and Wally.
I'm not really invested in it. I
Okay.
find it cute. I find it cute. I'm more invested in the cockroach and Wally.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, is he still
Oh,
alive?
Yeah,
never mind. He's alive. He's alive.
the cockroach and Wally.
Yeah, they have a good relationship too.
Yeah,
It
I
will
like
be
the
it will be
cockroach.
interesting seeing how all those people who's been sitting for like how many years eventually learn how to walk again.
They're skinny.
I don't want to see that.
The whole movie is them trying to walk. Oh my god,
No,
I'm
like
fat
maybe
Please,
now. Wow.
people. Another one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? Brave would be. I don't know. I haven't actually watched Brave, but I feel like Brave would have had a good sequel. Maybe.
Here's the thing. I just put Woody on the screen. Here's the thing. I was thinking about Brave because I actually prepped this. and I was thinking about Brave, and then like I literally just rewatched the ending. I rewatched the ending for most of these movies, just the ending, and I'm like, it's a perfect tale about like learning what's right and learning destiny and all sorts kind of stuff. And I cannot think of a sequel that actually makes sense for Brave.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
So yeah, initially I thought it might be like some other people got cursed by the wisp or something like that. But the more I think about it, it doesn't really make sense. But I don't know. Plus, I don't think anyone is demanding for a Brave sequel. So
Yeah, not really.
I don't think
Okay,
anyone asked for Brave
okay,
1
okay.
anyway.
Here. Yeah,
are you gonna
yeah,
pitch a Brave sequel?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's the ending of Ratatouille?
Ratatouille
Oh, wait,
owns a restaurant called Ratatouille, and then he surprised Ego with a doesn't surprise Ego. He served Ego with the Ratatouille food,
yeah.
and then pen out to
Okay.
Paris.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Never mind. Never mind. I was going to say
Never
Ratatouille.
mind. Inside Out. That's another one I have in mind.
I kind of want at that just now I kind of wanted until you described the ending that I forgot.
What, Ratatouille?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought Ratatouille was gonna be good, but then it's a perfect one-off story because it's like it's a perfect. Everyone's happy. There is no mystery, no setup for a sequel, and
Exactly.
it's like set in beautiful Paris. What
Wait,
else?
hang on. Well, what if in Ratatouille, like, assuming they make a sequel, what if his restaurant fails? I mean, I don't know.
Because
Restaurants
it's
get out
invested by rats.
But they
I
already
really-
accept the fact that dude, they have a rat-only restaurant on top of the restaurant.
Yeah. And then the restaurant got like banned because of in a health inspection.
But they
I don't
already
know. I think
covered.
the reason
They
I said
already covered
Ratatouille sequel is because they can imagine if they try to sneak in Gordon Ramsay in there. The rat is fucking wrong.
The sequels is someone brought a cat to the restaurant and everything become chaotic.
What the fuck? And the cat ate all the chefs.
Oh man, that's savage. That's so dark.
Too
You
far.
know the what? You know the what, Vic?
Chefs. The chefs are rats.
That's true.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, that don't work.
Okay.
That's not gonna work, is it?
Yeah,
Let's
Alec, do you
see.
have
What's
do you have
another?
any concepts or ideas that you think will work for a future Pixar sequel?
Cars 4. No, never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
Cars
Edit
4
that out.
is the sequel of Cars 2.
Oh, right. Cars 1 is related to Cars 3. Cars 2 is not related to Cars 1 at all, but it is related
But it's
to
a
Cars
different
4.
universe.
Wow.
There's 2 universes.
Wow.
No, it's not.
We're
how it
starting a
works.
whole new theory here.
Pixar theory.
Actually, I may have an idea for Wally. Kelvin did mention Wally earlier, but actually, yeah. But when he mentioned Wally, he only mentioned the sequel. I thought a prequel might work as well with Wally. I don't know, like
Makes sense.
because the prequel of Wally is when I was a kid. Like I was a bit confused of what happened, but I know now it's literally just Fallout. Like like the planet's dead and everything. But like, I don't know why, but I would like to see why it ended up like this. Like they only gave like vague descriptions, not necessarily in detail, like why the world is
But
crashed.
then there wouldn't be Wally yet.
They might have been. I mean, they invented Wally for the purpose of cleaning up the garbage. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's
but
the
like,
prequel, maybe. Like when they made Wally, the world was already like slowly turning into chaos or whatever. Like, let's
so
see
yeah,
what
you want it
I
to
would
be a
like to see
sad
that
ending.
the concept
So
of
you
that
want
would be
it to be a sad ending when like all the humans like using the ship, they fly away, then Wally is like looking up like then
Yeah,
with the sad
he's
face and
alone.
like
He's the last one alive. He's the last of his kind. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, as an idea, it's still interesting nonetheless.
What will the movie be called?
E-Wall.
Wally. Wall. E.
E-Wall. Or just Wall.
Just Wall.
Wally.
Wall D.
Wall D. Oh wait, I think. Oh yeah, there's actually another one that I had in mind. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I thought it was actually a real thing, but I don't know. I think I remembered. I forgot who said it. I think my ex. She said something about another Inside Out movie. Like we saw the mind of what's her name? What's the
Riley.
girl's name?
Riley.
Riley.
Oh,
Right.
are you
So
talking about
we saw what
Riley's
her.
first date? That's a short.
No, ew, no.
There's a
That,
short called Riley's First Date.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was a
I've got
short.
to watch that.
What? Not that.
dude. Didn't you? There's lots of things that like surprising. You know, Tangled. They even have like a cartoon show for like a while about how the kingdom is after they got married.
Wow.
Hmm, I
Yeah.
didn't know that either.
I didn't know
There's
that.
a marriage scene in it. Yeah. The more you know.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arik, you were saying about Inside Out?
Yeah, well, the thing about Inside Out, like we saw what her mind was like when she was still technically she's still no wait, is she what age is she? Is she preteen or
She's
is she like
12. I think
she
she's
is
No,
12.
she's still cute.
She's 12.
Yeah.
that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I strongly,
I don't know. Like
because I rewatched the ending. I think they mentioned 12 in the ending. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure
the
it's
point
12.
is I'm pretty sure she is
Yeah,
like
it's 12 because
yeah,
she haven't become a teenager and reached puberty. That's why she's 12.
yeah. Like I don't know. Like I heard like some kind of idea between like it's kind of like what is it like Toy Story? You know how like when Toy Story 3, you know like how Andy grows up and everything like this different scenes change. Like
Mhm.
in
So you're
Inside Out,
saying she throws out her emotions.
like in Inside Out, like a sequel to that would be like I don't know, maybe yeah, obviously like as humans, Riley is going through some changes. Maybe her mind will think different. It's kind of like similar to the first one, though. I get it, but
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it, it could work. Like in terms of story wise, it could work if they get a proper
Uh,
story writing. It could work.
I don't know, man. The thing,
It
like I get it. If it's a preteen, we still haven't go through that phase of like many hot boys and K-pops.
too
Once you
many hot
reach
boys and
that
K-pop.
like
Don't talk like hot boys and K-pop at the
puberty
same time.
stage, puberty stage is like
That's like
I
the
don't know.
Very
I don't think it'll
personal.
be a good movie at
That's
all.
one part though.
It's very personal.
I wrote down Inside Out in here because I want to see a story where the emotions are dealing with her being a teenager and the puberty. You guys remember at the very end,
Yeah, yeah.
they
Dude,
have
you
their
want
desk
to you want to see her emotion goes to period?
the emotions won't go through periods. She
The
will.
emotions go through
No,
period. What the
no,
fuck?
no. As in
No,
like she
That's
goes to
literally
period. She's
this,
stressed.
no, this movie will focus on anger and disgust and fear because the first movie joy and sadness. This one will be the opposite because it's puberty. Everyone's
yeah.
angry and
So
fearing
what
and
the fuck do
disgusted
Joy
sometimes.
do?
Joy is just happy at sometimes when she sees a guy. Joy.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
No,
If
she's the
you're the
guy
writers
going.
of this of Inside Out 2, I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm
no,
I
but
know,
here's the
but
thing though.
in
not
terms
even gonna try.
in terms of
The emotions
it's just
were so
that
excited to
Calvin, it's
see
just
this
that in
so
terms of
expanded.
in comparison to other like movies, I don't know, like Finding Dory, Bugs Life, blah blah blah, whatever. Inside Out can
Wally.
still continue. Wally and Inside Out can still continue. Like the rest is just like cut and
Yeah,
it's
happy
already like
ending.
yeah,
Perfect.
it's already happy ended. So like
And have
really,
potential for sequels.
it's not. I'm not saying they should do it. I'm just saying it still works in comparison to the others because at least the story
No,
continues.
Yeah.
Maybe
no.
the
I
maybe
don't
the
I
good
don't like the
dinosaur,
idea
but I
of
don't know.
Inside Out 2. I don't like the idea of Inside Out 2 at all.
Yeah, but yeah, also Inside Out
But
is
it works.
one of the best movies in Pixar. So
Isn't
people
that
enjoy Inside Out. So it still have yeah, I don't know. The concept of it is interesting, don't you think so? Like maybe
interesting?
What?
Yes. Will
Puberty?
it
my
work?
No.
explanation of it is not good. But don't you think the
I
concept
think
is fun? Like the
I
emotions
think
dealing
Kelvin
with
had a
the
I
emotions have
think
to deal
Kelvin
with
had
all
a
the changes
terrible
and everything and the
puberty.
new islands and everything like that.
I think Kelvin doesn't like
No,
it. He has a
no.
terrible
No,
puberty.
here's the thing. I don't know. Like when Inside Out first came
Don't
out,
you want
it's
to
like
see what Boy Band Island is like?
no.
Boy band, I would
No,
like. Yes, I would. Yes,
it's like
yes,
here,
please.
Inside Out, first one is like wow, super good. Why?
Bing
Because
bong.
it's unique. It's unique. It helps it's like I don't know. I read somewhere it helps children like oh see oh that's how emotion like vaguely how it works.
It's
What's
supposed
Inside Out 2 gonna
it's
do?
supposed to
That is
relate,
okay.
Yeah, what's Inside Out 2
relate
gonna do?
again. Same thing.
Yeah,
It
no.
worked for Dory. It worked for
What? Are you
Dory.
what? No, so
Oh,
now
it didn't
Inside
work.
Out 2 is going to
It's
be
okay.
Inside Out 2 is going to be edgy.
Could be. Actually,
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just,
it could
it's
be.
just exploring a different part of the human emotion.
Yeah, that's true. Like
But you
we
cannot be a
grow up,
kid
we
all
think
the time.
differently, blah blah blah.
I mean, okay, even in Inside Out, you know how they go to different people's head, the father's head, the mother's head, the
Mhm.
dog head, the cat's head, the teacher, the boy,
Yeah,
the
that's
one.
only for like a brief moment.
No, those whenever they jump into those people, I'm like, that's an interesting. That's interesting. I wonder what's
what they're actually
So,
thinking. Yeah,
going
so,
because
on.
yeah,
they're all
so are
different.
you trying to say in Inside Out 2 they should keep on jumping from people to people?
No, Galvin, it's like we try to explore. We know what it's like, what's inside a 12-year-old's head, but what's like a I don't know 14-year-old or whatever. I don't know.
No.
We're all thinking differently. Everyone's different. People think differently and also thinks differently with different age. Like we just try to like it's nice to
No.
explore that part. What's wrong with you and exploring? You're like no, I don't really see you.
No. No. Like no.
I love
No, it's
this.
going to be bad. I don't know how to explain it, but it's going to be bad. I know it's going to be bad.
I
It's
understand
not
your
going.
logic, but
It's not going. Yeah. I can
idea
see.
of
I
it
can
doesn't
see the
work.
things that
They
can
can
go wrong in it too. There's so many things that can go wrong, but and then compare like again, like I said in the beginning, in comparison to the other movies, this one like still has the better potential of a sequel, except for like Wally, I guess. Like I don't like
It's like
example. Can you think of a better idea for a sequel for Up, for example, than Inside Out
No,
2? 'Cause I can.
Up
I
is
can.
a perfect movie on its own.
I watched the
Up is
ending
a
of Up.
perfect
I don't even
movie.
Carl's
remember.
gonna die in the beginning of the second movie. Up to Carl's
What's
dying. Oh,
what
no.
what's the
Up
ending of
2.
Up? I don't even remember.
They're sitting
Uh,
down in front of an ice cream place, and they're like talking about red car, blue car, something like that.
they come cars. Yeah.
They're
And I
sitting
just
down eating ice
realized.
cream.
I just realized in the end, Doug
Oh,
said
okay.
Calvin's
gray
face
car.
right now.
Now,
This is
Doug said gray
insulting.
car, and I was like, wait, oh yeah, dogs are colorblind. I just found out. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Point is,
yeah,
yeah.
can we all agree that Coco shouldn't have a sequel? It's perfect on its own.
Yes. Don't no sequels. I don't want him to return back to the land of the dead just to find the land of the dead actually dead. That makes no sense.
What?
She goes to the land of the super dead.
The super dead.
Coco shouldn't have a sequel.
You know what
Nobody
would be a
wants
cool sequel? Finding
what?
Dory
What?
2.
Finding who?
Finding
Finding
Dory
who?
2.
Why Dory again? Why not finding Marlin if they want to
Finding
make it so
Marlin.
bad?
There you go.
Like change the characters.
Uh,
The Good Dinosaur shouldn't have a sequel or a prequel. No one cares.
No one cares really.
dude,
Actually, I watched the movie. It was fairly okay, but nobody really cares. It's not bad, but no one cares.
here's the thing. Like to me, Wally is the only thing that's just like
That works.
prequel sequel. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it works. Yeah, it
It
works.
has like
That's why I choose that
it's
too.
not like it like Inside Out. It's on a really thin line of being bad and good.
But it's still on the
It's on a thin
line.
line.
How about the
It's on
monsters
the
story that I pitched?
Monster Inc. 2.
Sequel. A
Yeah,
Monster
the
Inc.
story that
sequel.
you pitched.
Monsters Return.
I mean, like it all depends.
Monsters Return.
I mean, like
Monsters
you
Return.
pitched that depends. Like referring to your theory.
Yeah, but don't you think the concept of it have a potential sequel worthy
No,
movie?
it's fucking confusing.
No, you don't know the ending. That's why it's confusing. What?
Story.
No, it's so simple.
It could be a charming story of reunited after all these
Yeah.
years.
And I don't know why, but when you said about Bruce, is it Bruce? Is her name? Yeah. like
Ooh.
like her point of view would be very interesting for me at least. I mean, I don't know. It's a human point of view, not the monsters. But it's still about the monsters nonetheless.
Yeah. A Pixar movie that we haven't touched at all throughout this whole show. Maybe haven't touched it for a reason, but I just want to bring it up. A Bug's Life, which came out in 1988. I think we mentioned it once. Yeah, we mentioned it once. But
I
that
personally
I
movie,
was
find
going
it
to talk about
overrated.
it just now, but I haven't watched it, so I'm too lazy to talk about it.
You haven't watched Bugs Life? Oh, right, you did mention that you haven't watched Bugs Life. Yeah,
He mentioned in the beginning.
I think he mentioned it in the pre-show. I think before we record, did we?
Oh, yeah, pre-show, not beginning.
Yeah. So yeah, Bugs
Yeah,
Life.
yeah,
I think it have a potential sequel worthy. I mean, in the end, they defeat the grasshoppers. The circus performers go back home. The ants
Wait,
are living on
grasshoppers
their
are
own.
bad people?
Yeah.
No, yeah, grasshoppers are the evil one.
Oh, I see. I guess that
But yeah,
passed.
But yeah, the circus people are going home, and the ants people, not the people, the circus performers insects are going back home, and the ants are living, and the ants are living back in that tree
And now
area,
they're in the MCU.
The Ant-Man.
and they have potential for a sequel. Either they want to go with the perspective of the circus performers after this
Oh
story,
yeah, no, right, sorry. Bugs Life,
or
Bugs Life, not
the
Ants Life.
ants perspective. I don't think anyone wants it, but it have potential for it. Or if you want to do prequel, I wouldn't mind seeing a prequel of the circus performers, how like they found each other and become a circus team. That will be, I don't know, that might be interesting. I'm
So are
stretching
you
it.
trying to like pitch an idea where like we see different lives of different bugs, hence why it's called Bugs Life?
Why not? It could be Bugs Life again. That's horrible. That's horrible. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, it is Bugs
Haven't-
Life. It is
I have
very
no idea.
like a broad topic.
Instead of
you
a
can
Bugs
choose
Life, it's
any-
more Bugs Life.
more Bugs Life. Like it's not just. Oh yeah, the thing is about Bugs Life. It's mainly about ants. Mainly the first one.
Yeah, that's true.
I want a Bugs
ants,
Life
like,
in the. I want a
guess
Bugs
trying-
Life story in the era where insects are giants.
So during like the prehistoric era.
That so in the same era of the Good Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
No,
Yeah.
We're uniting
it's
the Pixar
different by
theory.
millions of years.
We're uniting
Same
the
thing.
Pixar theory together.
Oh yeah, like that connects the Pixar theory. Okay, so I guess Bugs Life can work. Sequel.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys
I
a
don't know.
challenge now. Pitch me.
I don't know. I haven't
Cars.
watched Bugs Life. I don't know if it's good or not. No comment.
Fine. Pitch you what?
I'm going to give you guys a challenge. Pitch me Cars 4.
So, Lightning McQueen is recruited to a secret agency spy. Woo!
They did that.
And then,
Oh, they did?
this time, let me tell you this: the mission takes place in space. Woo! Where you have to fight off alien
Aliens.
cars that's going to attack the car world, making them into boats on land. Yeah.
And
then
they can beat them is by
Lightning
racing.
And then Lightning McQueen with reincarnated Doc have to save the world.
Wait, pause. Reincarnated dog? Explain.
Doc.
Reincarnated
Oh,
dog.
Doc
It's
Hudson.
in-
I was saying OG.
Yeah, Doc Hudson.
Doc
It's like
Hudson.
they use alien technology to bring back Doc Hudson because Doc Hudson apparently have the knowledge of the aliens. Woo! That's why he retired early. Yeah.
Okay,
He have to go on a hideout because he don't want the government to know he have alien knowledge. That's why.
I thought
Cars 4.
he may have.
have.
I didn't think of a sequel, but I did think of a prequel. The
Go
prequel
ahead.
can be a 10-minute video of how Lightning McQueen was assembled in the factory.
Yeah, they make a documentary about that. It's called Mega Factories.
It's not like I know. Animated to Pixar. Just animated to Pixar. It's like that's how Lightning McQueen was made.
Okay.
Wait, in Cars were they born or built?
That's a question
Yeah.
that no one will ever know. How are
Do they
baby
have
cars
parents?
born?
Do they
How are
have
baby
parents or
cars
they're all
born? Answer the
offworlds?
question. Tell us in the comment
Do they-
section below how you think baby cars are born. Are they created or do they
Do they even
came out
age?
somewhere from mother cars?
Was Lightning
I don't know.
McQueen built like already Lightning McQueen, or was he like did he age? Did the car actually grow up? I'm confused.
Tell
This
us
is
in the
as-
comment section below how you think how cars grow up, or are they born that way?
Oh, I know. In the sequel
They
of Wall-E,
born
like
this
they make like evolving cars, and they they start talking. The fuck? Related. Related.
All right, we're approaching the 1 hour mark here, so I'll just give you guys one more last question before we wrap up.
Aw.
Going back, we're going to go all the way back to Incredibles. If Incredibles 2 is good, are you guys open to Incredibles 3? And if so,
Yes.
what idea do you think could work for Incredibles 3?
Well, what?
If
You've
Incredibles
audio
like-
cut off.
if Incredibles 2 is good, are you guys open to the idea of Incredibles 3? And if so, what kind of concept do you want to see in Incredibles 3?
What kind of what?
Concept. Like for me, I'll go ahead first. For me, if Incredibles 2 is great and they're going to make Incredibles 3, since Incredibles 2 take place directly after the events of Incredibles, I want to see Incredibles 3 take place several years after. So I want to see like an adult Dash, adult Violet, and an older Bob and older Helen, and maybe even like, I don't know, like a bratty teenage Jack. Like I want to see that, and an old man Frozone is like,
Old man
"Honey,
Frozen.
where is my super suit?" Like he's looking for it, but it came something that's horrible impression of Samuel L. Jackson. Don't laugh. But yeah,
So it's like he's like looking for the super suit, but it's actually right in front of him. He's just not wearing his glasses. That's why he can't see it. Honey, where's my super suit? It's
like,
right in front of you, dear. What are you talking about?
"Are you wearing the super suit?"
Where's my super suit?
Oh, my back! Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, sure, make Incredibles 3, but like, don't rush it.
Yeah, like they took their sweet time in Incredibles 2.
Yeah,
You
take a sweet
want them
time.
to wait for
Yeah,
another 15 years? Wait
Yeah,
for another
yeah.
14 years?
Yeah, we're
I
gonna be
don't-
reunited. We're gonna be 30 years old. We're gonna watch it with our families, and we're gonna enjoy a family movie show. Albert,
yeah. I don't.
Huh? Huh?
I don't mind.
Albert's like, I don't want a
If they
family.
take long, as long as it's not like a cash grab, so that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously didn't want it to be a cash grab. If they wanted to, they wouldn't have made it 14 years later. They thought of it.
Right.
They thought of it clearly.
That's fair. So yeah, I guess with that we've covered everything. And just like as Arik said, we'll definitely be back in 14 years to cover Incredibles 3. Hopefully the show will last this long. And
With our families.
yeah, with our families.
Oh,
And with that, Calvin, where can the good people find you online?
No way.
Whether I want bad people to find me online.
I don't want the bad people.
I'm sure go ahead too, but just go ahead.
Go
Put your
ahead.
Twitter or Instagram handles, or like if you're doing something online and you get for people to see. Not in that way.
I'm getting famous now. in incognito mode.
Okay, so
Uh,
27. Okay,
You
good.
can find me in Instagram, I think, but I don't really do anything there. KYAce27.
You have cool drawings that you post on Instagram.
Yeah. When is the last time I post? Like last year, I think.
I think it's Pennywise. You post a picture of Pennywise, which is really cool.
That was
Did he?
cute. That's okay.
It's cool to me. But
You
yeah,
can
Arik is
find
Right.
me
sorry, what?
at Disco Monkey 007 in some games.
Twitch?
In
And
some
not Twitch.
games. Twitch. I follow him on Twitch. Oh wait, I have a Twitch channel. Shit.
Dude, I should make a Twitch account. Make a Don't Love Twitch account. Yes,
No, nobody will watch it.
All right, Arik,
I will.
as your
I
camera
watch
is shaking
myself.
and camera angle very awesomely, where can the good people find you online, or maybe bad people, or whatever?
The people, good or bad alike, can find me on. I'm not sure if this is gonna show. Shit, it's not clear. Fuck. It says Arik. It says Arik Andrea on Instagram.
That's
Or-
why your camera changes.
I'm focusing anyway. Or you can find me on Steam. Kill Hunter
Wow, he's
87345. It's not clear, but you can see it. But it's
Yeah, if you
get
want
the
to
idea.
add me on Steam, it's also fine. It goes by the name of Disco Monkey 007. That's DISCO MONKEY 007.
Just a disclaimer: since Kelvin hasn't bought any video games, he cannot add you, so you have to add him.
That's why I'm asking you people to add me.
You can add people.
So yeah, as usual, you guys can find me online on Twitter and Instagram at JA_Dharma. And of course, you can subscribe to this channel on Jaw Movies.
Oh.
Leave us a like on this channel. Share it if you enjoy the show, so more people can watch this crazy shenanigans. Leave a comment. I want to hear what Pixar movie you think will have.
Leave us a like on this channel. Share it if you enjoy.
What the hell, Eric? Why did you just play the live stream? Anyway.
I just played the live stream.
So yeah, well, you see, you make me lost my tracks. Yeah, tell us in comments section below. Are you excited for Incredibles 2? And with that, you guys will see us be back in 14 years for Incredibles 3. Kelvin, take it away for the outro.
I'm not ready for this.
Very
That's
professional,
the
guys.
episode. And that's the episode for today for Councilmen episode 3, the talking where we discuss about Pixar and the Incredibles. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a very weird. That's a very weird outro, but you know.
And all right. Well,
See you guys on the next episode.
have a nice weekend.
Kelvin, say goodnight.
It's not even-
See you guys on the next episode of The Councilmen.
We'll be back in the next episode of the Councilmen.
See ya.
Do I clap?
Sure, why not? Bye, guys.